Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today we'll be working on lower body strength and balance. All you need is a resistance tube, which you should check by running your fingers along it like this to see if there's any nicks or wearing. Once you've checked your tube, place it out of the way. I also suggest you wear shoes, something comfortable to move in, and maybe keep some water handy for hydration. Let's get started with our warm-up. Bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders with your toes pointing straight ahead. Soften your knees and lengthen out through your waistline, taking a light brace on your core muscles. Hinge at the hips. Lift up. Press the hips forward and squeeze your elbows together as you open the front of the body. Let's repeat that. Hinge. Stretching the back of the body and now open through the front of the body. Let's do it 2 more times. Hinge. Sitting back, knees soft, lift up, keep the knees soft still and open the front of the body. Last one, hinge. Lift up and press. Good, now squat down and up. Just start with a shallow squat. Keep your chest facing forward. Sitting back through your heels. Let's do 4 more, going a little deeper as you feel yourself warming up. Now squat down, reach across to the left. Swivel the right heel, releasing the heel, other side. Reach right across. Squat and reach. Pull your elbow back when you retract the arm, squat and reach. Last one. Now reach side to side, reach across. Release the heel and swivel the foot. So your hips are moving. In fact, your whole body is rotating. Keep a proud chest and drop your shoulders. Thumb is pointing up. 4 more. 4, 3. Shift side to side. Shift side to side. Reach down towards the inside of your knees. Sit back. One knee bends, one is straight. You'll feel an easy stretch in the inside of your thigh of the straight leg. As you reach across, sit back just a little bit more. Go a little deeper. 4, 3. Hold to the right. Sit back. Press the hips forward. Do that again. Sit back. Press the hips forward. 1 more. Now let's go to the other side. Back. And hips forward. Open the front of the hips. Feel that stretch on the inner thigh of the straight leg. 1 more. Now turn your heels in, toes out, squat down, opening through your inner thigh, shifting a little bit side to side like a sumo wrestler. Press down, press the knees back, drop the shoulder, look up over your left shoulder. Drop your right shoulder down, look up over your right shoulder. Shift again to the side, right shoulder down, look over your left. Left shoulder down, look over your right. Come back to the center, press both knees back, squat down and come up. Toes forward. Bring your feet a little closer together. Step your left leg back just a little. Now bend and straighten. Press the heels to the floor. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. 2 more. Good, other side. Step back with the right leg, forward with the left, feet hip distance. Bend and straighten. Keeping the heels down, you'll feel an easy stretch in the ankle and calf on the right side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your feet apart. Inhale, reach out to the side. Exhale, hands come down, press down, roll your shoulders back. We are warmed up and ready to go. Pick up your tubing, Bending your knees, hinging at the hips. We'll do each move for about 40 seconds. You'll have 15 seconds in between just to set up for the next exercise. Doing 2 sets of everything. Anchor the tube underneath your right foot, at the arch of the foot. We're starting with a kickstand hinge. So kickstand your left foot, keep the right knee bent slightly, and pull the tubing up to the center towards your chest. Hinge at the hip and lift up. It's like you've got a goblet grip, but with tubing. If you're familiar with a goblet grip, definitely something I have done with you if you've been exercising with me. Sit back through your hips and lift up tall. Brace through your core. Keep your right knee soft. Keep 80% of your weight on the right leg. You'll feel the back of the thigh and your rear, your glute. And separate the tubing so it's now at the shoulders. We're going to do a rear lunge into a tandem heel tap, so balance challenges begin. Step back with the left leg, come up and tap the heel. Just tap the heel in front. Start off with a heel tap and then start to bring that towards the midline so it's closer to your right foot. Now you can keep doing it just like that or bring it directly in front of your right foot for a true balance challenge. This is surprisingly challenging. One more. Very good. Now we combine the two movements together. Kickstand hinge and rear lunge. Start with the kickstand hinge. Hands close together. Hinge and lift. Separate the hands, lunge back. Tap the heel. Hinge. Lift. Lunge and tap the heel. Hinge. Hands come together. Separate the hands. Lunge. Tap the heel. Hinge. Lift. Ooh. Lunge back. Tap the heel. Definitely feeling this. One more time. Very good. Bring your hands down. Let's do the other side. Starting with the kickstand hinge. Kickstand your right foot. Pull up to the center with your hands. Soft knee as you hinge forward and come up. Draw the hips back. Keep the back of your neck long. Make sure that it's a hip hinge, that you're not rounding through your upper or lower back. The hip is like a door that's opening and closing. It's just the hip joint that's moving. The spine is stabilizing. So you'll feel this a little bit in your core. One more. Very good. Separate the hands. Rear lunge to tandem of your choice. Feet hip distance. Let's go. Lunge. Just tap the heel in front. Start. Hip distance. And as you get used to that, start to bring the foot towards the midline. Tap the heel lightly. You're stepping back onto the ball of your foot rather than the whole of the foot. Both knees bend. Tap the heel in front now. Come into that tandem. Take the challenge. See if you can. Almost there. Then we combine it. All right. We combine it. Kickstand, hinge, rear lunge combined. Start with a kickstand hinge. Here we go. Hinge, lift, separate the hands, lunge, tandem heel. Kickstand, lift, lunge, tandem heel. Kickstand, lift, lunge, tandem heel. This really is challenging. Not just coordination, although that's definitely a factor. Last one. Okay, put the tube down and stand on your right leg. Pick the left foot off the floor, balancing on your right foot. Tap the heel in front, tandem heel, swing it round, tap the toe behind. Swing it round, tap in front. Little dip with the knee. Swing it round, tap the heel. Ooh, lost my balance. Swing, tap. That's how you know you're working. If you start to feel like you're on the edge of your balance, that's good. You want to feel that challenge. You can always hold on to a sturdy chair or a wall. Okay, that's the first of 3 series. Series 1 done. Okay, pick up your tube. Let's go to our next set. We're going to anchor underneath the right foot again. Now this next one is challenging. Pull up to your hips, or for a greater challenge, you can pull up to the insides of your shoulders. Come into a semi-tandem stance. So feet close together, one leg back. Now cross behind, come to tandem. Cross behind, come to tandem. Now, see if you can get into a pure tandem balance. Pure tandem balance. Cross behind. Not a big crossover. Keep your hips square to the front. One more. Bring your hands down, take a break. Whew, okay. Sumo squat. You're gonna step your left leg diagonally back so you face the corner, but not at 6 o'clock, at 8 o'clock. Step out to 8 o'clock, step in and tap the toe. Out and in. Both knees bend, sit back. Keep your chest high, but give yourself a little hinge at the hip to push the hips back. Draw in from your right leg. Leave your right leg at 12 o'clock. You're standing on a clock. You're stepping out to 8 o'clock with your left leg. One more. All right. Now we combine it. Crossover and then the sumo. Hands up. Here we go. Crossover, tandem, sumo, toe tap, cross, tandem, sumo, tap. Very challenging. Tandem, sumo, tap, cross, tandem, sumo, tap, cross, tandem, sumo, tap. One more time. Cross, tandem, sumo. Lost my balance on that last one. Other side. Starting with the crossover. Okay, pull up to your shoulders if you want more challenge, or at the hips. Come into semi-tandem, cross, tandem or semi-tandem. I always like to start semi-tandem and move gradually towards the more challenging balance variations. That full tandem position for the feet, like you're on a balance beam. Well, it's definitely a challenge. Now, one of the things I find about these simple balance challenges, one more, bring your hands down, is that I have a whole new respect for the Olympians on the balance beam. Okay, hands up. Sumo squat. Here we go. Out to 4 o'clock. Tap in. I can barely stand on the floor with my feet in a tandem stance, and they're doing backflips and landing. Amazing. Open the knees and sink down and pull yourself forward from your left leg. Sit back, hinge just a little. Come up tall each time. Last one. All right, now we combine it. Cross over to tandem, sumo to toe tap. Hands up. Cross over to tandem, sumo to toe tap. Cross over to tandem, sumo to tap. Cross over to tandem, sumo. Open the knees, keep your hips square to the front, tandem, tap, cross, tandem, open the knees, tap. Last one, cross, tandem, sumo to tap. Okay, now we've got the other side of that single leg balance. Stand tall on your left foot, tap in front, heel tap, bring it out, toe tap in balance, swing it out, swing your leg out, tap the heel, swing and tap. If you can swing the leg, it makes it more challenging. Heel tap, swing, tap behind, tap in front, tap behind. Okay, here's our last series. Pick up your tubing. We start again on the right. We're doing a side squat. This next series is very challenging. So if you need to take a break, take a break. So tube at the arch of the foot. You pull up to the hips, or if you want to take that challenge, pull up to the shoulders. Side squat. Step out with the left foot. Keep your feet parallel. Side squat and lift. Balance on one leg. Or you can tap down. There's your options. Tap down or lift and balance. Side squat. Both legs work here, but the right leg is working a little bit more than the left. Let's do one more. Okay. Now, single leg squat. Single leg squat. You can pull up to the hips. If you can, pull up to the shoulders. It's a kickstand, but instead of hinging forward so much of the hips, you sit back. Sit back and come up. Keep your chest facing forward so it's more upright than a hinge. There is a hinge at the hips, but the hips move back And the knee is bending and aligning with the center of your toes, the center of the front of the foot. That's a mouthful. Here we go. Keep 80% of your weight on the right leg. Very good. Okay, hands down. Now here's the challenge. We combine it. Side squat into single leg squat. All right. Hands up at the hips or the shoulders. Side squat. Lift. Tap down. Single leg squat. Lift up. Side squat, lift, tap down lightly, single leg squat. Lift up after the single leg squat, so you're really maximizing the balance challenge. We got one more. There it is. Good. Take the tube out from underneath your right foot. Let's do the other side. Okay. Tube underneath the left foot. Pull up to the hips or the shoulders. You know what to do. Side squat. Step out right. Here we go. Side squat. And lift or tap down. Your choice. Choose wisely. As you get more fatigued, balance becomes more challenging. So as you get further into the class, what wasn't so hard at the beginning of class starts to become more challenging. But I like that. It's usually when you're tired that you're more likely to have a fall. Okay, kickstand, single leg squat. Whew. Hips or shoulders, here we go. Keep at least 80% of your weight on the left leg. The right leg is there, but just lightly touching down. Sit back through your hips each time. Sitting back. I must be weaker on this side because I'm feeling this a whole lot more. Oh, not unusual to feel differences between the right and left side. Okay, hands down for a moment. Now we combine it. Side squat to lift, single leg squat with a tap down. Side squat, lift, single leg squat, and come up. Side squat, lift. Very challenging on this side for me. Single leg, lift. Let's face it, there are no shortcuts. And this is a big challenge. This is the last one. Now we've got our balance drill. Put your tube off to the side, out of the way. Move to the back of your space. Shake out your arms and legs. Now you can do this holding onto a wall. Tandem walk. Tandem walk. Bring your hands to your opposite shoulder for more challenge. Now you can turn around and go back. Your back is probably to me at this point. Turn around and come forward again. Here we go. Now, I'll give you a real challenge here and an option. You can tandem walk, turn around and walk back facing the direction you're going. Or for the maximum challenge, tandem walk back. Tandem walk back. Find your heel with the toe of the opposite foot. Done. Oh, wow, that was a big challenge today. I hope you enjoyed it, but we've got to stretch, so don't go anywhere. Let's begin with a balanced quad stretch. Stand on your left leg. Pick up the right foot. Now you can hold on to something if you want. Pull it up and then take a hold of the shin, ankle, or foot and pull back. Knees close together. Press your hip forward. Keep your chest lifted. Press your hip forward and release. Step that foot just behind the left. All 10 toes face forward as you bend and straighten, mobilizing the ankle and calf. 4 more. Keep your heel down as you do this. Both heels stay down, especially your right. Flex the front foot, your left foot, hinge at the hips. Reach down and pull back. Reach down and pull back. 2 more. Reach down and pull back. 1 more. Reach and pull back. Step back with your right leg. Bend both knees. Now, dip down. Squeeze your right glute and pressure your hip forward till you engage a stretch in the front of your right hip. Bring your hands forward and rotate. There's a balance challenge for you and a nice stretch. Come up. Let's do the other side. Shift onto your right leg. Pick up the left. Pull it in towards you first and then reach down. Take a hold of your shin, ankle, or foot and pull back. Press your hip forward. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulder back. Keep your knees close together. You can hold on to something if you want. If you're holding on to something, maybe just try with your fingertips. Press the hips forward and step that leg back. Feet hip distance. Bend and straighten. Keep your heels down. Oh my gosh, that was a challenging class, but I love it. There's no shortcuts, like I said. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. 1 more. Flex the front foot. Hinge. Scoop and reach down, pull back. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Do that again. Reach and lift. Reach, stretching the back of your thigh. 1 more, and the back of your calf. And pull. Step your left leg all the way back onto the ball of the foot. Dip down. Squeeze the glute and press the hips forward till you feel a stretch in the front of your left hip. And now bring your hands forward and rotate. Oh, that just feels so good. And come forward. Shake out the legs. Bring your feet wide. Toes point straight ahead. Shift. Lift. Shift. And lift. 1 more time each side. Inner thigh stretch. 1 more. Rotate side to side. Release the heel. Let your arms just swing. And hold it here. Roll both shoulders back. Tilt your head to the right. Lift up. Tilt your head to the left. And lift up. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull down and back. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks. I can't wait